The courtroom was packed. Cameras flashed as Senator John Kennedy filed an explosive $80 million lawsuit against Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. His legal team marched in with thick binders, each labeled defamation and malicious conduct. The political world was stunned. AOC, usually unshaken, stared straight ahead, silent. The stakes were astronomical. This wasn't just legal, it was personal. The lawsuit accused AOC of launching a targeted media campaign that Kennedy's lawyers said had cost him donors, reputation, and even threats against his family. This isn't just about words, his attorney said. This is about destruction. AOC's team stood ready to rebut. Her face, calm but tense, revealed a storm brewing. Reporters whispered, would this end her career? Outside, protesters screamed for justice, some in support of Kennedy, others backing AOC. Twitter exploded. Hashtags like #AOC lawsuit and #Kennedy exposed trended worldwide. News networks cut away from scheduled programming. This is bigger than politics, one anchor stated. It's ideological warfare. The judge entered. The room hushed. The first hearing began. Kennedy took the stand first. She called me a relic of white supremacy. On national TV, he said, voice firm. I've received death threats. My grandchildren ask me why I'm hated. Gasps rippled across the room. AOC's lawyer objected. This is emotional manipulation, not evidence. But the judge allowed it. The battle lines were drawn in real time. AOC's defense began with video clips, emails, and transcripts. Our client was speaking truth. To power, her lawyer said. Criticism of public figures is protected speech. Kennedy's team shook their heads. But AOC sat still, waiting. Her moment hadn't come yet. The judge called for a recess. Outside, people chanted louder. Social media was a war zone. In private, Kennedy's advisors debated strategy. If we win this, it sets precedent, one whispered. We could cripple progressive platforms. Meanwhile, AOC reviewed notes. Survived worse, she told her aide. But this time they want to silence more than me. They want the movement gone. Her voice was low, but full of fire. Back in court, Kennedy's lawyers brought in a psychologist. The senator has developed anxiety, sleep issues, and paranoia, he said. This isn't politics. This is trauma. The jury listened intently. OC clenched her jaw. When asked if she would testify, she simply nodded. Her team knew her moment to fight back had arrived. AOC took the stand. Cameras zoomed in. Yes, I called out Senator Kennedy, because silence is complicity, she began. I stand by every word. I wasn't attacking him, I was defending the voiceless. The courtroom buzzed. Her tone was powerful, unflinching. I'm being sued for telling the truth. Let's have that trial. Kennedy's lawyer cross-examined. So you admit you used his name, knowing it could cause backlash? She replied calmly. I expected criticism. I did not incite violence. The lawyer smirked. Yeah, your followers sent threats. AOC shot back. People make choices. I didn't send anyone. The jury seemed conflicted. This was not going to be easy. News outlets broke the trial into live segments. Fox News called her arrogant. MSNBC hailed her bravery. Podcasts, influencers, and politicians took sides. This isn't just AOC versus Kennedy, a commentator said. This is the soul of political discourse on trial. And wow. Both legal teams prepared for closing arguments. The judge urged the jury to focus only on the facts, not the headlines. Kennedy's lawyer painted AOC as reckless, a media manipulator. She weaponized her platform, he declared. And this man paid the price. He pointed to Kennedy, looking weary in his seat. The jury scribbled notes. The final battle had begun. AOC's closing was electric. This lawsuit is about fear. They fear women with voices. They fear truth, and they fear change, she said. We don't silence each other with lawsuits. We debate, we push forward. The crowd outside erupted. Inside, the jury leaned. In? It was her most powerful moment yet. The jury deliberated for hours. Rumors flew on line leaks, predictions, fake verdicts. C's mother was seen praying in the hallway. Kennedy paced silently. Reporters stood by the courtroom door. Finally, the clerk called everyone in. The room fell into a deep silence. Everyone held their breath. The jury foreperson stood. We, the jury, Find the defendant, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Not liable. Gasps. Cheers erupted outside. Kennedy's face was unreadable. AOC closed her eyes briefly, exhaled, then turned to her team with a nod. The war was over. But the consequences were just beginning. Kennedy's team issued a statement. We respect the court, but this decision endangers public figures. He declined interviews. Meanwhile, AOC walked out to a sea of cameras. They tried to make an example out of me. Okay, but now, I hope this sets an example for others. Don't be afraid to speak. Congress reacted sharply. Some Republicans vowed to introduce new legislation about defamation. Progressives rallied around AOC. Fundraisers launched in minutes. Case had changed the game. This isn't over, one senator warned. She embarrassed him, and people don't forget that. I see Lee. Social media lit up again. AOC memes flooded Twitter. Celebrities voiced support. Even some conservatives admitted she had handled the trial with poise. Kennedy's silence was noted. Some speculated he might retire early. Others believed this lawsuit was just the start of a broader push to control speech. Late-night hosts joked about the verdict. Kennedy sued a bartender and lost. One quipped. But behind the jokes, analysts warned of deeper implications. More lawsuits will come, a legal expert said. This case gave everyone a blueprint. AOC knew the battle wasn't truly over. AOC held a press conference. We need to fix our defamation laws, she said. Can't let truth be punished. Reporters fired questions. Do you think he'll sue again? She smiled slightly. He's welcome to try. The crowd laughed. But beneath the humor was defiance and warning. Kennedy returned to Louisiana. Supporters welcomed him, but his usual fire was gone. I fought the fight, he told a local paper. It didn't go my way. Life moves on. Yet many believed. He'd lost more than a lawsuit. He'd lost his dominance in the political arena. Weeks later, a new op-ed from AOC went viral, titled The Price of Speech. It detailed her experience, the pressure, the threats, and the cost of standing up. They wanted me afraid, but now I'm louder than ever. The article reached millions in hours. Kennedy's approval ratings dropped. Rumors swirled he might not seek re-election. His allies grew quiet. The lawsuit made him look weak, one strategist said. Meanwhile, AOC's base expanded. She gained millions of new followers and the respect of even some skeptics. A documentary. Crew began filming the case. This is history, the director said. It's not just about AOC, it's about America's identity. AOC agreed to participate. Kennedy declined. The trailer went viral in 24 hours. Streaming services fought for rights to air it. At a town hall, AOC was asked what kept her going during the trial. She smiled. It's the truth and the people. Always the people. Applause erupted. Children held signs reading, "Thank you for speaking for us." In that moment, she wasn't just a politician. She was a symbol. Kennedy faded from headlines. But AOC's influence soared. Her voice became louder in Congress, her speeches more passionate. The lawsuit had tried to break her, but instead it sharpened her edge. Opponents now thought twice before engaging her. She had become untouchable. 1 year later, the case was studied in law schools. Professors debated its legacy. Was it a victory for free speech or a dangerous precedent? Students analyzed every word, every tactic. The trial had become a case. Study in power, law, and media warfare. AOC looked back. I won the case, but I also won clarity. We're in a new era of politics. If they're coming for us with lawsuits, then we must be doing something right. Her words echoed across generations. The fight had only begun as she walked through Congress that morning. Journalists still followed her. But now, they weren't chasing controversy. They were chasing legacy. The $80 million lawsuit that was supposed to destroy her had only made her stronger. AOC had survived the fire, and now she was unstoppable.